Well, hello and welcome back to Buckland Farm and the Realistic series. So it is January and there isn't much to do. The ground is frozen. We can't do any cultivating work. All we can do is basically just maintain the tractors. So this one here should have had its inspection done. Here we go. Inspection is now complete. 2 damages were found, giving a total of 5 damages. So if we Control J, we can then select to fix the damages. If you fix all 5 damages, then it will cost us £1,925 and it will be finished at 6:45 tonight. Well, as there's no need for the tractor at all, and we have the money, let's repair it. So there you go. Now, I am aware of a glitch with this particular you know what I mean, with this particular mod, that's better, that when it is finished repairing, the steering wheel no longer works unless I reset that back to the dealership. So I'll be doing that, but I will try and keep it as realistic as possible by doing it off camera. So that one is now being repaired. We could do the same with the Massey Ferguson. Like I said, there is absolutely no work or jobs that we can do at the minute. So it would be good to get the Massey Ferguson repaired as well in the same time frame. Let's disconnect the trailer. We could do with some fuel as well. Have to do that. We might as well repair it first, or at least get it inspected. Right then. Switch it off. Control J. Are we not close enough? Control J. There we go. Start inspection. This takes 1 hour and will be completed at 10:20. There you go. It's switched off. We can't use it in this time. We can't use that in this time. So let's just wait until 10:20, I guess. Here we are. It's 19 minutes past 10 and 20 past 10. That should have finished. It usually comes up with a message. Yes, it hasn't quite finished yet. There you go. Inspection is now complete. 3 damages were found, giving a total of 6 damages. Okay. Wow, that's going to take a long time to fix, and £1,418. So we do want it done. And there we go. Both tractors are now in for repair. Which is fine, because like I said, there's nothing for us to do. And we might as well forward on to February. Okay, here we are in February. Both tractors will be finished, which is amazing news. However, the temperature is still 0 degrees, which I believe that it means the ground will still be frozen. Yep, the ground is frozen. It says in the bottom right hand side field info, which means we cannot do any cultivation work or anything like that. In terms of getting stuff into the field, it's going to be April before we can put soybeans in anyway. So April's going to be busy because we're going to be putting soybeans in and selling wool. But before that, we're going to get wheat into the other 2 fields. That's going to be March time. So maybe the second half of February we'll be able to cultivate. Right. Excuse me. I'm going to get these tractors sorted out. And then I think we'll move on to the second half of February, providing all the animals are okay. Okay, in that blink of an eye, I've managed to sort out the tractors, so they're all good. And the steering wheel now works again. Well, the steering, full stop, works again. Right, this one has got plenty of fuel and AdBlue. We don't need to do anything with this. I do want to... I mean, the next job is to cultivate with it. So we'll get it onto the cultivator. I mean, our wheat fields are both ready for wheat. So yes, because the wheat fields are both ready for wheat, there's not a mad rush to get them sorted. However, this field over here will need cultivating before April. Maybe it's not worth actually worrying about that just yet, but I do want it done. That's the thing. What else is there to do this month? Well, we could sell a load more silage, but I don't know if I really want to do that yet. How are we doing for poop in here? Right, so this section is full of poop, 5,000 litres. But it should still be filling up over here. Yes, it is. Lovely. 12,000 litres. That's good. So there's no great rush to empty this bit over here. I know. What about slurry? Yeah, because that's the thing. We didn't actually finish spreading because we couldn't get the slurry out of it, could we? And I'm not really sure why. It says we've got 35,000 litres of slurry, but it stopped filling the tank when we were down to about 20,000 litres, which is not right. So that leaves us with... Right, lime spreading we did. Yeah. Could have done with more slurry, but we can spray the grass fields. I think that might be something that we should do now, because we cannot do it once the grass is fully grown. And spraying isn't affected by frozen ground. Right, let's just get this fueled up. The fuel filler cap is actually on the bonnet up there. Thank you for those people who told me on the comments. Really, really helpful. Thank you. Although it looks to me like an oil fill point, but no, that I think is a fuel cap. So thank you so much for that. Let's fuel it up. Actually, before we start, I'm going to give it a bit of a wash as well. It's definitely mucky. We want it nice and sparkly and clean for the jobs that we want to do. First of which is going to be spraying the grass. Look at that. Beautiful clean. Beautiful. In we jump. Now let's go get the sprayer. Looks like there's another pallet of strawberries over at the greenhouse, which is extremely good. Not that we make a huge amount of money for the greenhouse, but from the greenhouse I should say, but every little helps. It's a nice source of income. Right then. Get this all attached up. And lifted. There we go. Right, it's got nothing in it at the minute, so we do need to fill. Hang on. Oh, I've got to open this. There we go. There we are, that's better. We are filling up now. Ooh, crikey. I might need the weight on the front. Well, that's, oops. I can reconfigure this to have a weight on the front. I think it might be better to do that because the John Deere's got the weight on the front and the cultivator on the back, so I don't think I've got another weight. Fairly sure I don't have another weight. Just the one. So yeah, we will bolt a weight onto the front of this. I'll get that sorted now. Right, so it turns out I cannot do that. We're going to have to use the weight off the John Deere. I don't know if the John Deere is going to be okay with that. I think the cultivator is quite heavy. It seems to be okay at the minute. But I think to take the strain off, we will unfold and just lower that down. Now we can leave it like that. And pick up the weight with the Massey Ferguson. It's always a merry dance, especially when you're playing realistically. And pick that up. There we go. So now we can hop across here and go and pick up the sprayer again without a risk of having to look at the sky. When I seed again, I need to really shorten the track width that I'm leaving in the soil, because I think it was 3 meters and I need it down to 2 meters about, or maybe 1.5 meters for this tractor. Right, let's lift it up now. Yeah, it's nice and stable now. There we go. Super. We can now fertilize away. And hopefully this should bring a nice uniform amount of application of fertilizer to the field and to the little field. So yes, we'll get on with this and get it done. As you can see, it is not using it very quickly because we've put the slurry on in the first place, but it is creating a nice uniform amount of nitrogen on the field, which is amazing. Not quite taking away those lines that we had in, but it's close enough. Right, I'll crack on and get the 3 fields done, and I'll see you in a bit. I did think that it might be worth selling this far field because it's so far to get to, but then I seem to remember it's connected to the one next to it, which we definitely want to keep. So I'm a little bit stuck with that, I'm afraid. We'll just keep it as grass. It's a good little money earner if we're doing silage. But, yeah. It is a long way to come. Right, one more strip down the field to get this finished off. There is a section of this field at the top here that isn't actually sampled, and it was using fertilizer at quite a rate because it's trying to take it up to the green level, where actually grass doesn't need the green level. It was trying to take it up to 220 kilograms per hectare, whereas, well, I'm not sure. Grass only requires 65, so yes. We didn't lime any of the grass fields, which is going to affect the yield. We could do that, but when I rented the spreader, it was full of the fields were full of bales, so we couldn't really do it. Right, so this field now can be left to grow. Nothing left to do with it. We'll shut the gate. Potential yield 5.32 tons per acre. That's quite a lot. That's good. Oh wait, is that 25 or 24? No, oh, it's still the same. Right, let's get this taken back to the farm. I'd like to think that in the second half of February we could be doing cultivation work. Ooh, dear God, where did he come from? They drive so fast through this village. But yeah, we're going to get back and we're going to then forward on to the next half of February. I think that's the best thing to do. Just to see if the ground is in a state that can be cultivated. Give the John Deere back its front weight. But not before we've taken the sprayer off the back. And even emptied it back into the silo. Sheep are doing really well at the minute, actually. I'm not having to feed them because of the grazing mod. Realistic grazing mod. Which is incredible. But I might, for realism as well, I might, I don't know. I might turn it off. It's just, it's feeding them too well. And the cows. We're not doing any food mixtures or anything like that because the grass is just sustaining them, which is fantastic from a finance and business point of view, but not so good from a realism and being able to do all the different jobs point of view. It's a thought anyway. I also wanted to ask everyone's opinions on this series. I know that it's a very slow-paced series because of the realism and the fact that we're doing it on difficult economy. But I don't know. Is it still enjoyable to watch? Leave me a note down in the comments, or if you prefer the Back to Basics series, I might just knock the realistic series on the head and double up the Back to Basics series until FS22 comes out. So I'm really enjoying, well, I really enjoy doing all these, to be perfectly honest. Right, we overload all the fertilizer, pump it back into the silo, and there we go. We can get this put down. There we are. See it take the weight off the tractor. Tractor spring back up again on its suspension. Yeah, and so I was saying about the grazing mod as well. Because of that, it means that every grass cut we do on the field is now silage, which is obviously artificially boosting our balance. There's no way we'd have this much money if we didn't do that. And I don't know about the realism on that, to be perfectly honest. It's Right, let's just abandon that there, I think. We can pick up the weight next time. No point in starting up the John Deere now just to pick up a weight. Let's go through to the second half of February and see what the temperature's like. Okay, so it is 0 degrees with snow on the way. It does get up to 7 degrees, but the ground is frozen and it'll have to be at 7 degrees for a while, I think, for the ground to be thawed out. Anyway, we have done a fair amount of work today. All the grass fields are now sprayed and fully fertilized, ready for the next cut. And yeah, I think what we'll do next time is we'll have a look and see if the ground thaws out. And if it does, then great. Then we will cultivate that field. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.